Well, guys, Wolves will be kicking off their Premier League campaign this Saturday against Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Welcome back to Talking Wolves, or welcome to the first match preview of the season. My name is Dave, and throughout this season, pretty much every game we're going to be previewing and talking to opposition fans about their thoughts ahead of the game as well, and obviously giving you my insight before the matches kick off. As always, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section down below how you're feeling for the start of the Premier League season to kick off. Now, the match previews, I always change them up most seasons, really. We used to have clips from opposition fans. Today, we're going to be, or this season at least, I'm going to be trying to talk to fans a lot more. I know a lot of you enjoyed that aspect. But back in the day, I always used to like getting the match facts out. And we're going to be doing that again. We're bringing it back. And I've picked out 3 match facts ahead of this game, which are very interesting reading. The first one being Leicester have lost just one of their last 24 home league games against Wolves. They've won 14, drawn just 9. The last time Wolves beat them was in the 4-1 win of May 2007 back in the Championship. And since Wolves' return to the Premier League in 2018, Wolves have failed to score in 5 of the 6 meetings with Leicester, other than that 4-3 victory at home in January of 2019. However, one that I do like the look of quite a lot is that Wolves haven't lost their opening league game in any of the last 8 campaigns. We've won 4, drawn 4. The last time was a 1-0 loss at Leeds in the 2012-2013 season. I think that was under Solbakken as well. So that one does bode well. But our sort of relationship with Leicester has been strange since we've come back into the Premier League. We've seemed to always play them quite early in the season. I think this is the 3rd out of 4 seasons now we've played them as our first away game, or at least very early on in the season. And you know, they've been on a fantastic run, and I think a lot of football fans are jealous of how they're being run as a club at the moment, and the players that they're signing, and the trophies and silverware that they're winning. So, you know, they're on a high at the moment, Leicester City. They're on a really, really strong point as a club. And Wolves, though, you know, we look at Wolves at the moment, and it's almost an unknown entity with Wolverhampton Wanderers this season, because at the time of recording, it's still very quiet in the transfer window. We signed a couple of players very early on, but the starting 11 and possibly even the system is going to be very similar to how Wolves played last season, or at least started last season. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Bruno Lage adapts to Premier League football, how the players, how they're motivated for this game. And I'm really hoping that we can take the game to Leicester City, give them a good match, and fingers crossed get 3 points, but who knows. I'm going to be doing my predicted lineup right now. You can see it on the screen flashing up right now, and it's quite difficult to pinpoint because it has been chops and changes to the side, but I'm going to stick with a 3-4-3. It's what Bruno seemed to favour for these last few pre-season games. In goal, we're going to go with Jose Sarr. Of course, new signing. It's going to be his Premier League debut since he's signing from Olympiacos. A back 3 is Max Kilman, Connor Cody, and Romain Saiss. I'm going to go with there. Unfortunately, with Wooly Bolly, it looks like he's probably not going to be back fit. Gerson Mascara, of course, not quite fit either. So I'm going to go with those 3 as the defenders. Right wing back, I'm going to go with Nelson Semedo. Of course, he was self-isolating up until this week. He should be back in the squad, but I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see Kiana Hoover get the nod as well after a pretty decent performance against Celta Vigo, and obviously possibly a little bit sharper. And at left wing back, I'm going to go with Marçal again, who seems to be favoured at the moment ahead of Ryan Aït-Nouri. The midfield too, I've gone with Ruben Neves and Leander Dendoncker. Leander Dendoncker at the moment, I just think those two as a duo played quite well together in the Celta Vigo game. Slightly better than what Matinho and Neves played like in that game. And the front 3, we've gone with Francisco Trincao. Again, another player making his Premier League debut, alongside Raul Jimenez making his return to Premier League football, and Adama Traore. So really looking forward to it. Of course, going to be in the away end at Leicester on Saturday. But now we move on to the opposition preview, where I spoke to Josh, a Leicester City fan, about the game on Saturday. So now I'm joined by Josh, who's a Leicester City YouTuber. Josh, thanks for joining me on the Talking Walls for the first match preview of the season. Mate, I think a lot of fans are jealous about Leicester at the minute. Winning trophies, signing good players, just all round being a really well-run club at the minute. Is it all positivity in the Leicester City camp at the minute?
Yeah, definitely. It's been going. It's going in the right direction. Obviously, disappointing to miss out on Champions League last year, but I think this year we're definitely going to try and get top four, or at least go far in the Europa League. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a good season for us, and I think expectations are definitely high. And yeah, it's definitely going in a good direction.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've sort of almost broken that mould now of like the traditional top six because Leicester just always
Yeah.
seem to be up and around there. You won the league, a few years back now, and just consistently now, Brendan Rodgers is getting you up there. Out your transfers, who are the pick of those? I've seen obviously Patson Daka, Samara you've signed. Any of those that you're really excited to see this season for Leicester?
I think Patson Daka is going to be a good signing. Obviously, Vardy's slightly aging now, so I think he'll get loads of game time. Samara looked good against Man City on Saturday. Also, Bertrand from Southampton, I think he's quite
Yeah.
underrated for free. He played really well against Villarreal the other week, got like 2 assists. So, yeah, I reckon he'll start on Saturday as well. So I think the signings-wise have been good. Obviously, today we're linked with Vestergaard as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, I saw that with Vestergaard. Obviously, a major injury to Fofana.
Yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned Bertrand there. Let's talk about your pre-season first. So you mentioned a couple of players there and performances. Has it been a pretty straightforward pre-season for Leicester, bar the injury to Fofana? Is sort of everything gone as planned for Brendan Rodgers?
Pretty much so. Obviously, we didn't start off great. We drew to Burton and lost to Wickham, but then picked up against Villarreal and obviously beat Man City on Saturday. So, yeah, overall, I think it's been quite good, yeah.
Yeah, and a big win in the Community Shield as well. How do you think Leicester are going
Yeah.
to line up then in terms of formation and a possible lineup for you guys this Saturday?
It's a tough one. Obviously, going into the season, I would have maybe stuck with the back three, but obviously we've got Fofana and Evans both out. So that pretty much just leaves us with the back four. We went with the back four against Man City, so I can see us going probably with a 4-3-3 formation. That will obviously change to 4-2-3-1. We play James Maddison slightly more advanced. So, yeah, I reckon we'll go with a 4-3-3 formation to start off on Saturday and see how it goes.
Brilliant, brilliant. And your aspirations for Leicester this year? Do you think they should be getting top four again? Top six at a good run in Europe? What do the Leicester fans expect this season?
For me, I'd probably take. I want to get top four this year. Obviously, we can obviously get Champions League if we win the Europa League, but that's obviously a big ask to do as well. But I reckon we could push for top four. It's going to be tough, but overall, if we can get a top six finish, do well in the Europa League, and maybe win the Carabao Cup or something, I think that'd be a fantastic season for us.
Yeah, that'd be big. And score prediction for Saturday? What are you going for?
It's always no win in between
I know.
us. So. I reckon we might just snatch it 1-0. It'd be close. 1-0 Leicester. I'll go
We always have close games, don't we? Wolves and Leicester.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I saw a stat earlier on today that we haven't. I think the 6 games out of the last 6, we failed to score in 5 of them against you guys. The only other time we scored is when we beat you 4-3. But
Yeah.
you guys normally keep us as bay. We have close games, but yeah, Josh, I appreciate you coming on the channel, man. Best of luck for the season,
No worries,
and
You
I'll
too.
make sure I leave a link to Josh's channel in the description for you guys to go and check him out.
Cheers, lads.
So big thanks to Josh. You can find his links in the description down below. But now, score prediction. I didn't really like to do these back in the day. You lot know I always just go with a safe 2-1 victory. But I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Like I said earlier, Wolves and Leicester just always seem to have those very close, very tight games. Leicester are a very good squad. But you know what? Wolves have got something to prove. They've really, Bruno Lage will want to get off to a positive start. Out of our first 3 games, they're all very, very tricky. Leicester, Manchester United and Spurs, or, Leicester, Spurs, Manchester United, I should say. We've got to try and get off to a good start and try and remain competitive and try and get goals and try and get some points on the board as early as we can. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below ahead of the game against Leicester. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.